Hi guys, it's Mena, and today in this video I'm going to do the Born This Way tag. So to do this tag, you just take things that you've been negatively called by other people, and then you try to turn them into positive things. So I'm going to get started, and I tag all of you guys to do this. And I'm going to get started. So one thing, this was one time I was called this, so the first thing I came up with was shorty. I remember one time that I was playing with my friends on the play structure, and this fifth grader wouldn't leave the play structure. And he called me, and he was a little bit, and I was taller than him, and he was like going, what are you going to do about it, shorty? Shorty, but that kind of hurt my feelings, but I grew, through my years of school, I grew throughout puberty. I was almost like the tallest person in my class. I was taller than my brother, way taller than my sister, and I was taller than my mom. So I grew so much throughout my elementary school, my 5 years of elementary school. So people were calling me shorty when I was actually tall. I was tall enough to reach things for my friends if they couldn't reach it. I was tall enough to get things off the shelf for my mom. I was tall enough, almost tall enough to reach a basketball net. Now when it came to playing basketball with my friends. And in PE class. Another thing I've been called a lot is dork. Dork. People would constantly call me a dork just because I would do weird things. I would say weird things, and it did kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. And my brother always called me a dork, but I'm completely used to being called a dork. And when truth be told, I really enjoyed being weird because it made people happy. It made them smile a lot, and whenever I said something weird, it always made people laugh. And whenever I did something weird, it always made people smile and want to be around me. So I was called a dork when I was actually fun. People really loved being around me because I was like a dork, because I made them laugh, I made them smile, and they always got like so happy to be around me. Another thing one thing I was really targeted as in high school was, through my sophomore year in high school, was nerd. A lot of people called me a nerd just because I like to read a lot. I would work so hard on my schoolwork. I really liked a lot of subjects in school, like a lot of the subjects that people found boring in school. And it sometimes did hurt my feelings when people called me a nerd. When truth be told, I liked school. I really enjoyed the subjects that I thought that people thought were boring. I found like history class, even though a lot of people fall asleep in history, I enjoyed history. I thought it was fun because I learned so many different things. I loved English because I got to be creative when it came to writing, and I loved learning vocabulary words when it came to vocabulary. So truth be told, people were calling me a nerd when I was actually very smart. I really was like really smart, not to brag or anything. I really worked really hard on my schoolwork. I knew a lot of answers to things like vocabulary words, questions the teacher would ask. Even like school, like in classwork, I knew answers. Like if we had like a crossword puzzle, I knew the answers as well. So people were calling me a nerd when I was actually really smart. I really enjoyed like asking. I really enjoyed it because I worked really hard in school. I would try my best. I would do whatever I could. I would ask the teacher questions. I would answer the teacher's questions when she asked the class questions, and then I would constantly help out people as well. Another thing I've been called is grandma, People would call me grandma because I would knit all the time, and people would complain as, oh, you're such a grandma because you knit. Knitting is for grandmas, blah, 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 blah. Only old ladies knit. But you know what? I really like knitting. I don't care what people say. I like knitting. It's so much fun, and people would just call me grandma all the time. Even though people would call me grandma all the time. Hey, sorry, I got a Facebook message. People would call me grandma all the time, because, I knitted all the time, and I did stuff that old ladies did. But you know what? I really like doing the knitting. It relaxes me, gets my mind off things. I get to make whatever I want and do whatever I wanted with whatever I made with knitting. So people were calling me grandma when I was actually creative. I really am creative when it comes to knitting. I try to think of good ways of good use for my knitting to come to. I try to think of what I could use my knitting for, how I can use it to help around like the house, what I could do with it. People were just calling me grandma because I like to knit all the time, and they didn't even realize how creative I was when it comes to knitting. Another thing I've been targeted as is lesbian, and not to sound offensive or anything, but when I was in high school, I was harassed by people about getting a boyfriend, and then I was called a lesbian because I didn't have a boyfriend. It made me cry one day, and people were like, oh, you're a lesbian because you don't have a boyfriend. Why don't you have a boyfriend? You need to have a boyfriend. You're the perfect age to have a boyfriend. You're such a lesbian because you don't have a boyfriend. But you know what? I didn't care. I didn't need a man to take care of me. I didn't need a man to make me happy. I didn't need a man to carry my books for me. I didn't need a man to carry my backpack for me. I didn't need a man to open the door for me. People were just calling me that so much. People were just calling me that so much just because I didn't have a boyfriend around me. But truth be told, I could open the door myself. I could carry my books myself. I could carry my backpack myself. I could do everything myself. So people were calling me a lesbian when I was actually independent. I didn't need a boyfriend to make me happy. I did not need a boyfriend to make my life easier. I just needed to be who I was to be myself and do things myself just to make me happy. Another thing I've been called a lot is boring. People constantly call me boring just because I do research in my free time. I look stuff up, read. So I was called boring a lot because I enjoyed that. But truth be told, I did stuff that got my mind off. Like I would read. I like reading got my mind off things. Doing research got my mind off things. Knitting got my mind off things. A couple more things I can't think of. Writing got my mind off things, and I really enjoyed it because everything I did just got my mind off things. People were calling me boring when I was actually relaxing, so relaxed. People thought like what I did was boring and the way I do it was boring, but I didn't care. I didn't let it get to me because what I was doing, I was so happy with what I was doing because it just made my mind like get away from everything. Another thing I've been called a lot is talkative. People call me talkative a lot because they always complain like, oh, you talk too much. Oh, stop talking. Oh, shut up. Blah, 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 blah. People would get mad at me for talking so much, and they constantly would tell me to shut up. Even if we weren't watching anything, they'd tell me to shut up. But truth be told, people really enjoyed my talking. People would constantly like smile every time I talked to them. People enjoyed my conversations I had with them, especially my best friend, because when we would walk home from school, we constantly had random conversations. So people were calling me talkative when I was actually social. And I like being social. It makes me so happy because it puts a smile on people's face. It puts a smile on my face. Because being social makes other people happy, especially when I talk to them. Another thing I've been targeted as is weird. People call me weird a lot just because I do things that people don't normally do. And people get think it's like weird, and they don't want to be. People just don't want to be around me because of it, and they just don't talk to me because of it. But truth be told, when I'm told, people laugh at what I do that other people find weird. Even if I say something weird, people laugh at it. They find it fun, and they enjoy it, and it makes them smile. So people called me weird when I was actually funny. I enjoyed it because people being weird, because the way of me being weird just made people laugh, and they in a good way, and they always liked me being weird, and they thought it was cool, and everybody really liked it, and all my friends just enjoyed it as well. Well, it just made everybody happy, and put a funny smile on their faces. Another thing I've been targeted as is bossy. People constantly call me bossy just because I try to get other people to do things that they can't do, but I know that they can do, that they think that they can't do, but I know that they can do, I meant to say. And when it comes to chores, I am very bossy, because I tell people like what to do, and they get mad at me for telling me to do them right now, and especially when I need help, people get mad at me and go, "You're so bossy." But you know what? I like to get stuff done right away. People sometimes don't realize that. It drives me crazy. I like to get stuff done right away. But they constantly even though they snap at me, I like to get stuff done right away. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure I get the thing that I'm supposed to do done, and I will make sure other people do their jobs right as well. So people were calling me bossy when I was actually motivated. I would try to get people to do stuff that they think that they can't do, but I know that they can do. And I try to get people to like do stuff like right away, like chores, to get them done, so just in case like someone comes home and they don't come home to a mess. I hate when people come home to a mess. The last thing that I've been called is sometimes stupid. People constantly called me stupid because the way that I behave, or if I didn't know anything, or if I didn't know the answer to something, they would go, "Oh, you're so stupid." And if I was doing 3rd grade math while everybody was in the 4th grade, while everybody was doing 4th grade math, a bunch of people would go, "Oh, you're so stupid." Stupid. And true. Stupid. Or if I do, and I meant to say, sorry. What I meant to say is, if I do like things or say something random, people would go, "Oh, you're so stupid. That's so stupid. Why do you do that? That's stupid." Or if I did something like really random, people would just say it was stupid. But truth be told, if I did something random or said something random, people would always laugh at it. They thought it was funny. They really liked it. It made them smile, and it really just made everybody happy, and they really like loved the way I said it. So people were calling me stupid when I was actually funny. If I said something that kind of didn't make sense and my friends thought it was funny, they'd just laugh at it. They thought it was funny. They really enjoyed it, and it made them so happy. And I like making people laugh because it makes me happy as well. Okay, so that was the Born This Way tag. I hope you guys enjoyed, and sorry I was talking really fast. I wanted to make this video as short as possible because last couple times I tried to do it, it was too long. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.